So, good evening. Apologies for being well late this evening, but at least I'm here now. Man United are winning, going into stoppage time against Tottenham. Big result for Man United because they've been pretty pony. They always seem to turn up in these big games, don't they? They always seem to get a result against teams like us, Liverpool, Spurs. They always seem to do all right in them games. But yeah. Anyway, enough of them. We've got a game tomorrow evening against Brighton. Now we've not won a game in 8 games. It's been really hard watching it as well, properly hard watching it. And listen, I can't remember the last time we went 9 games without a win. It must be going back into the early 70s maybe. But we need to make sure that we go out there tomorrow and we put a performance in. And it feels like I'm saying this every single week. You know, it's just been long. You know, every single time we play, it's just boring to watch. Like properly boring to watch. And some of the stats I've seen for this game, let me read some of these stats out. It's all leading to a Brighton win. It's pretty mad. But yeah, let me read some of these out if I can find it. There we go. Where are they? I wrote them all down earlier if I can find them. But yeah, I'm not really that confident if I'll be honest with you. What have I done with them? I don't know what I've done with them. There we go. Since beating Watford, Brighton have not won in 6 away games. Yeah, pretty mad. Last 4 league away games, they've never lost 5 in a row, and no doubt that will continue tomorrow, and they'll probably beat us. We always score. Last time we haven't scored. In the last 59 Premier League games, both times was against Man City of all teams. Other than that, we tend to always score, which is pretty mad. The only problem with us is we can't defend, and that has been our Achilles heel for a long, long time. We've not lost we've not lost a home match to Brighton in any competition ever. So yeah, like I said, all of these stats that I wrote down earlier are all leading towards a Brighton victory. Now, the way I see this game is, right, they're not a bad team. Regardless of their away form, they're a decent outfit. And my twin has gotten playing pretty good football. They played against Leicester recently. They held them for 70 minutes before losing. They played all right up at Anfield last time out as well. And yeah, we're going to have to be on our game. And it all depends on team selection. Freddie's got to pick the right team tomorrow because he didn't pick the right team against Norwich. And that showed. He also didn't pick the right subs. Again, we were toothless as soon as the subs came on. It was almost like we were playing not to lose. Thank you, Rick, and for your donation, mate. Appreciate that. I'll come back to some of these comments in a minute. But yeah, tomorrow is a big game. It's his first home game as manager of Arsenal, or interim manager as Arsenal. I'm not sure how packed the stadium's going to be tomorrow, but it looks like there's quite a few. There weren't many tickets when I looked on Arsenal.com earlier. So whether that's just the fact that season ticket holders have got them and maybe they might not turn up, that's normally the way when we're playing crap. A lot of them just don't bother going, don't bother selling tickets on Ticket Exchange. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. The game's on Amazon Prime. I think you can do a free trial on that if you're in the UK. I'm not sure whether it works abroad or anything like that, but you can do a free trial on that, and obviously you can watch the game and then you can cancel the free trial afterwards. So yeah, don't tell me I've never given you anything. I've just given you the heads up on that. Spurs lost, but there we go. Now, yeah, listen, I'm going to get to my starting 11. I don't want to keep this going on for too long because obviously I started 21 minutes late, but I've written down my 11 for tomorrow. I'm going to go with Leno in goal. I thought he was absolutely superb at the weekend. He was man of the match by a country mile, and fully deserves to keep his place. And the thing that makes me laugh with this whole goalkeeper situation is obviously Unai Emery decided to have a goalkeeper for the league and a goalkeeper for the cups. In my opinion, you have to go with the goalkeeper that's best in all competitions. We ain't about this picking competitions and all that rubbish. We ain't good enough to pick competitions we play in. So yeah, I think we have to we just kick this idiot out. See you, mate. We have to obviously go with the best 11, and Leno is our best goalkeeper, and that ain't going to change anytime soon. Martinez is all right, but he ain't as good as Leno in my opinion. Now, right back, Hector Bellerin trained today. He actually looked pretty sharp in training. Quite a few of them look pretty sharp in training. So I'm actually going to go with Bellerin at right back. I think that last time out when he played against Southampton, he was the worst player on the pitch. Absolutely shocking. But at the same time, Callum Chambers was probably worse than he was against Southampton at the weekend against Norwich. We need a right back. That is something we need to go out and purchase. We need to go and buy a proper right back in the summer. Whether that be in January, we can get one done in January, I'm not so sure. But definitely right back is a place that we need to strengthen. But I'm going to go with Bellerin. Left-hand side, I'm going to go with Tierney. I think, like somebody said to me in this chat the other day, they said that he can't play 2 games in a row. He's been advised by medical staff. Well, I'm sorry, but he's going to have to play 2 games in a row because Kolasinac's pony. Don't want him in the team. He's going to have to fully play 2 games in a row. I know he didn't play at the weekend. I want him to play tonight or tomorrow, sorry. No, I want him to play against West Ham. I do not want Kolasinac near that team again. Centre-backs. This is where we have our biggest issue at the club. Picking a pair of centre-backs that can actually defend. I'm going to go with Holding. Put him in there. And I thought long and hard about who to put next to him. And I was thinking, do I put Socrates? Him and Socrates played well for half a season last season until Holding got injured. Then I thought, well, do I put Louise in there? In the end, I went with Louise just because of Socrates and how he's played this season. I just think he's absolute garbage. So that's my back 4. I'm going with 2 in front of that. Guendouzi, I'm going to stick him in there, and I'm going to put Torreira next to him. Hopefully, that's what Freddie does. Hopefully, Torreira doesn't cross the halfway line. I don't want to see him gallivanting up towards their goal. Sit and protect that back 4. That is your best position. Why has he not been doing that? Why did Emery start playing him further forward? In front of them, I'm going to go with a 3. I'm going to put Mesut Ozil in the team. It's a home game. He likes home games. He's not so good away from home, but he tends to play all right at home. I'm going to put him in there. I'm going to put Martinelli on the left-hand side. About time he had a start in the team. I think it's scandalous that he hasn't had a start in the team, especially with how poor we've been, and especially with how poor the wingers have been. I think it's about time he actually got a start in this 11. So yeah, for me, he has to start. Right-hand side, the record signing. Again, I don't understand what he's done wrong to not get games. He came on against Southampton and he scared the life out of them. Probably should have scored a couple of goals in that game. He hit the bar. He squared one when he should have hit the shot. But I'm going with him. And then up front, I am going with Aubameyang. Scored 2 goals at the weekend. Fully deserves to keep his place. I thought other than Leno, he was our best player. And obviously, you can see there's no place for Lacazette. He went back to being like a threat at the weekend. Absolute garbage performance from him. So you can sit on the bench, mate. So that's my 11. How's the game going to go? Well, they've scored out of their last 6 games. Last 6 goals. I think they've scored 4 of them from set pieces. So that's obviously their strength. They're not. Well, I say they're not going to carve us open. I didn't expect other teams to carve us open. They have got some good players. So they probably will carve us open the way we defend. And we're going to be nervous. It's at home. The crowd can turn very quickly. 60,000 if they turn up are going to be on their case from minute 1. So I think that we're just going to have to defend. Let's not go gung-ho. Let's not go out there going straight for the victory straight away. Let's just bed ourselves into the game. Keep the ball, pass and move, work for each other. Defend as a unit, attack as a unit. As soon as we lose the ball, I want to see everyone running back. I don't want to see, like I see the other day with Joe Willock, just trotting back. Yeah, I don't want to see Pepe and Martinelli not tracking back if they play. I want to see everyone defending and fighting for each other. And when we do get the lead, make sure you manage the game properly. And that don't mean Freddie. I'm talking about the players on the pitch. Make sure that they're all in tune with what they're doing. Don't do anything stupid. Don't hold the ball too long. Don't overcomplicate the situation. Just keep the ball. Take your time. When somebody's pressing you, ping it off. Quick, decisive passes. As soon as you can get the ball over the top of their defence, go for it down the wing. Get Martinelli and Pepe running down the wing. You've got Aubameyang. He's got great movement. Fire the crosses in. Get Tierney on the overlap if we have to. Bellerin on the overlap on the other side. And try and just manage it. You know, and then as soon as we lose the ball, like I said, everyone has to then track back real quick because our Achilles heel has been defending and we get done so quickly on the counter-attack, it's unreal. I mean, look at the Norwich game the other day. They literally got pinned in their half for half an hour and then they took one long ball and I think it was Teemu Pukki. He had 3 players around him. Excuse me. He had Mustafi, Louise, and Xhaka around him, and nobody bothered going to the ball. Nobody bothered trying to tackle him. They just all stood off him, and bang, it's 1-0. Yeah, and that has happened time and time and time again against Arsenal. One ball over the top, one player against three defenders, and the one guy always ends up scoring the goal. It is ridiculous. Hopefully they have been practicing this week on how to defend, and hopefully Freddie's got them fired up for the game. But like I said, if it does go the other way and they go 1-0 up, that crowd are going to turn so quickly. It's going to be unreal, because that will then be nine games if we do not win this game. 9 games without a win. That is disgraceful for a club the size of ours, with the players and the personnel that we've got, the amount of money we have spent. We have got Pepe, Laka, Aubameyang, and Mesut Ozil that cost nearly £250 million. And we need to be winning games with that. You know, how can we justify having that as a front four? I know they don't all play together, but how can we justify that and not be winning games, 8 games in a row? It's just unbelievable. Rickon says fans won't turn. Surely they'll be more patient because it's Freddie. Well, listen, Rickon, I understand what you're saying, but a lot of fans that go to the games have had enough already. Yeah, a lot of people have had enough. You know, I don't want Freddie as manager. I think I've made that clear in the last week or so. Yeah, I don't want him. Yeah, yes, he's helping out. I appreciate he's helping out, and fair play to him. Yeah, but at the same time, it doesn't matter whether he's had 1 training session, 10 training sessions, 110 training sessions. It's about getting them players fired up. SP5 says he needs time. Well, not really. He's an interim manager. An interim manager hasn't got time. He needs to change the results like that, hence why he's interim. Yeah, normally when an interim manager comes in, they get an upturn in results rapidly. Yeah, it's not a project. He's not going to be the manager for the next 3 years under a contract. So if that was the case, then yeah, you could say, okay, cool, let's give him time. He's there to fix the sinking ship, and he's there to plug the gaps. He hasn't got time. We haven't got time. You know, we're Arsenal Football Club. You know, we haven't got time to go, oh, let's give him time because it's Freddie. No, not in my opinion. Listen, I respect your opinion, mate, but for me, we ain't got time. Yeah, we're currently what, 8th, 9th, 10th in the league. If we don't win tomorrow, then this club better do something real quick. Yeah, real quick. They need to be doing something real quick anyway. I see something today that says they've got a 12-man shortlist. Yeah, how about just phone Atletico and go and get their manager? If that don't work, phone Napoli and go and get theirs. If that don't work, phone the team that Rafa's at. If that don't work, phone Leicester. Yeah, surely there is somebody out there that could come into this club within the next 3 or 4 days before the West Ham game and get us back on track. Yeah, hopefully Freddie can do that tomorrow. I'm hoping we're going to win. I'm actually going to predict a win. I want to see quick, fast-flying football, but also I want to see productive football. I want to see proper defensive unit. I want to see game management, not just from the manager, but from the players. Them players need to start taking responsibility. I'm sick and tired of these players walking around the pitch like they've made it. You know, I'm just sick of it. They walk off the pitch and they're going, oh, it don't matter. It don't matter. I'll be picked again next week. Yeah, no, it ain't good enough. Yeah, and some of these players better be playing for their career, because I'll tell you what, when we do get a proper manager in, somebody that's not scared to make these big decisions, half of this squad are gone. Over the next 2 seasons, half of this squad will not be there. And it can't come quick enough for me, because half of them ain't even good enough, and they shouldn't have been signed in the first place. So yeah, I'm going to go with a score prediction of 3-1. I do think they'll score. We can't keep a clean sheet. They'll probably score off a corner or a free kick because we can't defend. But like I said, hopefully we see some good football tomorrow, whether it be good defensive football and a boring 1-0 victory, or whether that be good, fast, free-flowing football and we win 3-1 or something. All I want to see is 3 points on the board at the end of the night. If it's not 3 points at the end of the night, and like I said, Freddie or not, them fans are going to turn. Yeah, I've been at stadiums when fans have turned, regardless of who it is. I was there when people were getting on Emery's case for subbing Lacazette, and Emery had been there a couple of months, you know, and that was a fresh new manager that had come out of nowhere to come to the club. So don't think the people ain't going to turn on Freddie. Yeah, yes, it's not Freddie's fault, and they probably shouldn't turn on Freddie. But at the same time, it's not about turning on Freddie. It's about 10, 12, 13 years of absolute lies and rubbish. And people have had enough of paying through the nose to go and watch the games and get served up tripe every week. So I think listen, people pay their money. Yeah, they're allowed to vent their anger. Yeah, do it in a way where whatever you want to do. I don't condone booing. I've always said that. If people want to boo, then yeah, that's up to them. As long as it don't go overboard and people are starting to fight and stuff like that, then listen, why you paying 900 to 2 grand a season to go and watch that, and you're getting served up rubbish every week? I completely understand if people get angry with it. I was angry after the game at the weekend. That was his first game in charge, and I'm just hoping that he picks the best 11, because if he don't, we'll bang up against it. So yeah, there we go. Listen, nearly 300 people watching live. Obviously there is a game on, so I'm going to wrap this up and let you guys go back and watch that. I think Liverpool were 4-2 up at half time. So yeah, anyway, let me get some of your score, some of your predictions for the games, and read some of these comments out. Do drive the likes up. Excuse me. Do drive the likes up. I can't even speak. Do drive the likes up. Get over 100 if you can. Also on Friday, I put a poll up a couple of days ago asking about. I did a little series on here called "On This Day." Over 2,000 people have voted on that. 64% have voted to bring it back. I've actually already recorded Friday's edition, which is going to be the relaunch of it. So that's already scheduled in for Friday. I'm going to drop them at 1 o'clock Spanish time, so midday UK time. Every single day, if something's happened on this day in Arsenal's history, then I'll be doing a video on it and it'll be being dropped. They won't be massively long videos. The one on Friday is about 4 minutes long, 3.5 minutes long, just going over a couple of things that have happened on Friday the 6th. So yeah, a lot of people wanted that back. Show some love to that. That'll be dropping at midday UK time on Friday. And don't forget, I will be doing a watch along as well for the game tomorrow with Chig. Let's read some of these. Costas, do you think I could seriously pronounce his name? Did you? Papastafopoulos. I can't do it, mate. We'll call him Socrates, yeah? No, not for me. I don't want him starting. I haven't been for over a year, Lee, to be honest, and as I ain't been happy with the club. Well, there you go, Joanne. A lot of people vote with their feet. A lot of people get their season tickets just to keep them going and don't bother going. That's their right. If they want to do that and put their 900, 2 grand, 1,500, whatever it is in, then that's up to them. Bira says 3-1. Half Vlog says 4-1. SP5 says 2-1 Arsenal. I don't think we'll win. I think 3-1. Chris says 3-1 as well. Freddie's at the wheel. We're going to win the league. I think you've had one too many beers, DVS Dallas. Nagajan says 2-1. Arsenal are currently 10th, says Biggie Smalls. There you go. He's alive and well. I knew he was. Hi, mate. I'm a Sheffield United fan. Big up yourself, Jamie. I bet you're buzzing with life right now, innit? Phantom Musa says 2-2. Ibbotson says 3-1. But Lee, you can't criticise Freddie because he's an ex-player. Our fans are the biggest snowflakes in the Prem, says APFC. Well, this is the problem, right? This is the whole reason Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I mean, they're going to be buzzing that they've won tonight, United, yeah? This is the whole reason Solskjaer has not been sacked. Let's have it right here. He's doing worse than Jose Mourinho did. But because it's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, oh, we can't have a go at him. No, don't work like that. We're Arsenal. They're Man United. They should be moving like a big club. They are one of the biggest clubs in the world. So are we. And we're moving with, oh, you got to give him time. We ain't got time. What about time? We ain't got time. So, yeah, 4-1 says Lambo UK. And don't cancel Amazon after tomorrow's game. We're on Amazon again on Boxing Day. Cancel after that. 2 free games. Nice one, mate. Thanks for the heads up for that. Thank you very much. 4th of December 2004, Manuel Almunia makes his debut for the Arsenal. There you go. Look, history lesson in the building from Home Truth Provider. And that's the reason I wanted to bring it back, is because a lot of people don't know some of the history. I'm not saying I know it all. I'm just saying. But when I was reading through some of them earlier, I was like, rah, that was 5 years ago. And just little things like that, like 5 years ago, people have forgotten about, you know, or 10 years ago, or 20 years ago, or 30 years ago. And yeah, it's nice to put that out there, and younger fans that might not have known something from when I was growing up, they'll now get to see it. So, and stuff from before I was born, I'll then be able to see as well. So yeah, it's like an educational thing. So yeah, check that out on Friday, 12 o'clock UK time. Louis says 2-0. Reese says 2-1. Arsenal 1-0-2-3-4. Thank you for your donation, my friend. What is the most underrated Oasis tune? God, most underrated. Talk Tonight. That's the most underrated in my opinion. Talk Tonight. That's a tune, mate. Who do you have tomorrow night? Says Jamie. We have Brighton at home, so no doubt we'll turn them into a prime Barcelona, mate. Which is what we normally do. Rickon says 6-0. DVS Dallas says 0-0. 30-day free trial, says Joanne. Oh, it's a 30-day. Do you know what? I'm going to check as soon as I get off of here whether I can get that in Spain. I'm not sure whether I can, but we shall see. Hopefully I can. 1-0 off the ref's backside, says Ali G. It's not on TV unless you've got Amazon Prime. So anybody, I think it's on Premier Sports 1. If you've got that, I don't know. Sexual Vanilla League Color says we better win tomorrow. Well, we better win tomorrow, mate. We better. Nav is asking me a silly question. Henry or Drogba? Come on. Drogba didn't even score more than 16 goals in a season, I don't think. Or more than 20. Henry was relentless, bruv. It beats an illegal stream. I don't know what you're talking about, mate. I stream legally all the time. Shafi says 3-1. Prime Video is different to Prime Video Sport. Okay, well, I don't know. I ain't even got an Amazon account, mate, so I'm going to have to set one up. It's always on the internet anyway, says Elmi. Yes, it is. Are you looking fresh? Thank you, Louis Van Gaal. I feel fresh, actually. I probably won't feel so fresh this time tomorrow night when we're probably 1-0 down or 2-0 down or something, but there we go. John Nuts says 3-0, D's nuts. Liverpool's just kicked off second half. They were 4-2 up. Rashid, don't worry about being late. I'm still here, mate. I'm going to go for another 5 minutes, then wrap this up. Do drive the likes through the roof. Obviously, this is going to get less traction live. It'll get more back end. So it would help if you drive the likes up for me. Obviously, there's a game on, so people are watching that understandably. What did your twin brother say about the game plan against Arsenal? I can't tell you that, Tokyo Gouda. Come on, bruv. Big up DJ Fury in the building. 3-1 Arsenal. What do you think of Simon Jordan's comments? I'm glad you've asked me that. Mo Footy 11. I see Robbie's reply, yeah, right? And I heard the comments twice that Simon Jordan said in the last week or so, yeah, right? Let me tell you this, right? Simon Jordan was born with a silver spoon in his mouth and went to a private boys' school, yeah, which is not cheap. That is a lot of money, especially the area of the country he was in as well. Right? He then built up a successful phone business off of the back of being fed a silver spoon full of money. And he's done very well, and he's currently worth about 40-50 million quid. Yeah, it's a fair play to him. Don't knock anyone who's earning money. Fair play to him. The fact that he comes out with like cussing the way people talk, sitting there moaning about fans that have actually paid their money to go and watch a game, and then he says, "Oh, that channel this, that channel that." Well, why is he watching it then? Oh, this person can't string a coherent sentence together. Well, yeah, not everyone was educated at a private boys' school, mate. Yeah, that probably cost 30 grand a year to go to. Yeah, and at the end of the day, he lived in London. I don't know if he still lives in London, but he lived in London. He obviously doesn't socialise with people beneath him, and he obviously only socialises with the higher echelons of society. But if he was down with the way society is, he'd understand that football is about the fans. He should know that more than anyone, seeing as he owned a football club. If nobody bothered to turn up to his club every week, well, actually, I was going to say they're going to administration, but they did that anyway. So yeah, I actually quite like listening to some of his opinions on TalkSport, but I think the way he was going on, the way he was going in on them, I thought was bang out of order. Yeah, bang out of order. The way he was going, he can't string a sentence together and this and that, talking about troops. Yeah, like, sorry, mate, who even are you? Yeah, the reason they've got him on TalkSport is because he goes against the grain. I was listening to when he was talking to the head of the FA on there a couple of months back. He was ripping into him. Yeah, proper rude. Yeah, and I understand he don't like him anyway. But to do that and air that on TalkSport, and the thing that makes me laugh the most is, right, TalkSport have obviously got him on there because he's controversial and he says stuff that other people think but won't say. Yeah, which is cool. Robbie has DT Troops on there. They sometimes come out with stuff that people go, whoa. Yeah, I do it on here. I say stuff that people think, whoa, you're going a bit far. That's cool. That's life, right? At the end of the day, the thing that makes me laugh the most is that Ray Parlour's had a pop. Yeah, yet Ray Parlour went on the channel 4 years ago, right? Ray Parlour's paid by the football club, so he's never going to go against the club. He's always going to be the club man, because otherwise his perks get taken away. As for Simon Jordan, he's paid by TalkSport to say stuff, right? Now, obviously, they didn't tell him to say that. He's come out with his opinion on it. I think he went well over the top on it. But at the same time, this is the same TalkSport that muscle into interviews to interview Robbie live on air on the day Emery got sacked, whilst Robbie was interviewing DT, which is just disgusting. Robbie was standing there doing an interview, and my man just bowls straight in and goes, "Oh, you're live." Well, it's like, yeah, I'm doing I would have said, fuck off. I would have told him straight, piss off, I'm doing an interview. Yeah. But obviously Robbie didn't do that, and he'd done the interview, which is fair enough. That's up to him to do. But if it was me, I'd never go on that show ever again. And if they wanted to come and get my opinion, I'd tell them swivel. That's just me. Robbie can do what he wants. I ain't going to tell Robbie what to do. But at the same time, I think the way they go on TalkSport is no better or no worse than anybody else. In fact, Adrian Durham is probably worse. Yeah, because Adrian Durham literally says stuff just to get a reaction. Yeah, and he does. So there we go. Anyway, rant over on that. Let's go back to a couple of comments. I'm going to get myself out of it. Is your mum going to support you or your brother tomorrow? Well, I think she wants a draw, mate, if I'm honest. The thing is, Jeff, yeah, the stuff they come out with on their shows. I mean, that what's his name? Who does what's his name, man? The Scottish guy, Jim White. I just can't listen to that guy. The only show I like listening to on there is Hawksby and Jacobs. I think they're really good. Yeah, they don't have this aggressive, let's out people, let's be going in on people. It's just a nice, jovial show, and it's light-hearted humour. That is the only show I'll ever listen to on TalkSport. Adrian Durham's just a clown. Yeah, Jim White, can't stand him. Jason Cundy, not for me. Not for me. And Alan Brazil, I'm never up that early in the morning anyway. But again, yeah, like I said, Ray Parlour will never come out and say anything against the football club. He'll always be the club man, because he gets flown all around the world and paid a nice sum of money to do so by Arsenal Football Club. So there we go. It's funny how nobody talks about AFTV when we're 22 unbeaten. They only talk when we're losing. Great point, Rickon. I see somebody say it was the same guy, Simon Jordan, but their whole channel is based off of losses. Really? Well, he does know that we've only lost 4 games this season, doesn't he? Yeah, but they get more views when they lose. Okay, add up all the games that we've lost. Go and total all the views up for them games from every video that's dropped them games. Now go and add it and compare it to the draws and the wins. Yeah, you're telling me they've had more views off of 4 losses than all the other games put together? People are idiots, man. Yeah, the fact and reality of it is that fans have a voice. Everyone's got a voice now. I've set this up. I've got a voice. Whether it's as big as anybody else's is irrelevant. Yeah, I've still got a voice. You guys have got a voice. You come in the comment section. You have a voice. Yeah, they don't like it. Yeah, they do not like it one little bit. When I see on Sunday Supplement the other week, Smithers, yeah, that idiot, what's his name? John Cross. John Cross and the other guy, I can't even remember the other guy's name, sitting there slagging that channel as well. Yeah, let's not forget, this is the same Sky Sports that wanted them to do an interview in the CAF opposite the Emirates the other day. And DT Troops and DT Claude and Robbie are all sat in the little under CAF with Sky Sports. Yeah. Yeah, these people, they realise very quickly that their viewing figures are going down, and fans have got a bigger voice than the media. And the media are all very cliquey and very pally-pally. It's all old, it's all old school people that have been in and around the media circles for donkey's years. And it's all, oh, let's have tea and biscuits with Arsene. Oh, we better not slag Arsene off. We better not slag Sir Alex off. He'll kick us out. Yeah, and it's all very, very old pals act. Yeah, the fact is, nobody buys a paper anymore. Who buys a newspaper? You know, the only people that are going to see newspapers are if they put their tripe up online. Yeah, nobody cares about that anymore. And the fact that Robbie's built that channel up to over 1.1 million and gets 20, 30 million views every month, TalkSport can't compete with that. Yeah, so they're butthurt. It's as simple as that. The same as Sky. Yeah, Sky are fuming because their viewing figures are going like that, and everybody else's fan-wise are going like that, and they don't like it because they've had the monopoly on it for forever. But the introduction of social media means that people like me, like you guys, like Robbie, like everybody that goes on their channel, can have a voice now. Same with the Liverpool guys. Same with Man United, with United Stand and the Redman TV, the Liverpool one, West Ham TV, the Chelsea ones. There's so many out there now. And people, if these companies were clever, they would integrate these people that have got these channels into their, into their media out there, and they'd get them to help them get their viewing figures back up. Because let's be real here, the amount of views I've had on this channel alone, I've nearly had 8 million views on this channel in a year and 1 week or a year and 2 weeks. That is relentless. 8 million views in just over a year from scratch. Yeah, the next year that'll probably be close to 15 million, providing I keep putting nice content out, providing you guys are loyal and still keep coming back, which you do. Yeah, and these companies, Sky, BT, TalkSport, 5Live, they can compete with me and smash me out the ballpark. They can't compete with fan channels like Goldbridge's one, the Redman TV, AFTV. They can't compete with that because them channels are so big and get millions upon millions of views every month. Mine, on the course of a year, is a third of what Robbie probably gets on a month in terms of viewing figures, and probably about half of what Goldbridge gets, probably less than half of what Goldbridge gets. So they can't compete with them big channels, and they don't like it. They don't like it at all. So they will do anything they can to try and knock that down. But all they're doing indirectly is promoting it on their platform, really, isn't it? They're sitting there and they're name dropping it, and they're still putting it out to millions of people. But there we go. Anyway, on that note, I will be back tomorrow with a starting 11 reaction. In fact, actually, I won't. Well, I will, but I'll be back tomorrow morning with a daily transfer update. Speaking about Simeone, I've already done it. It's already scheduled in for 7 a.m. UK time. Then I'll be doing the starting 11 reaction now before kickoff, then the live watch along, then the player rating. So busy evening for me tomorrow. I'll probably still be up about 1:30 in the morning, live streaming. Hopefully I'll be happy. And then Friday, daily transfer update will be as normal at 7. And then at midday, I'll be dropping, it's already scheduled in as well, Arsenal on this day. So yeah, that's back on Friday. So listen, do drive the lights up. 6 more of you, please like this before I get out of here. Get the 100 and we'll go. Let's read a couple more of these. David Trower. I can't read that out, bruv. 3 more. Come on, 3 more likes. You lot are mad, I swear. 1 more and I'm going. Thank you very much. Come on, let's get it done. Let's get it done. Let's do this. Let's go. We've done it. It's done. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. I do appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow morning with daily transfer update. Go and enjoy the rest of your evening. Thanks for all the love in the chat. Laters, peeps.